Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Red Sox Now. We bring you all the latest Red Sox information Monday through Friday. I'm your host, Mike Antonellis, one of the radio and TV broadcasters for the Worcester Red Sox. It's presented by FanArch right here on YouTube. Can't thank all of you enough. The channel's growing and growing. It's all to you. We're going to get to your user comments at the end of the show. I absolutely promise we will do that. We will get to your comments. But we have to talk first about this game one. Great stuff. Boy, the Red Sox laid the hammer on Chase Burns, the top prospect. And for those that didn't realize this, Chase Burns was drafted last year, second overall, but he didn't pitch. And he went into last night, 71 professional innings. He's 71 and a third. He lasted a third of an inning. He's very, very young. I think he'll be good. Lou Merlone picked this up. Guys were sitting first pitch sliders. They were picking something up. He was tipping his pitches, but also what I thought, and love your comments on this as well, I don't think Chase Burns threw one pitch below the thigh. Every single pitch he threw was up. He couldn't get the ball down. I know he has a changeup. He threw a lot of strikes, but everything was elevated, and the Red Sox took advantage. It tells you, the Red Sox is not a world beater offense right now, but you leave the baseball up in this game in the same spot, and these guys will beat you in the Red Sox, if you missed it, with a 7-run first inning. And they had a terrific night. And then I'll give the Reds credit. I didn't think Garrett Crochet, I thought maybe he went away from his sweeper at times, but I thought his stuff was still really good. This is what will happen today when you listen to all the sports radio shows. They're going to say that Crochet let up because of the score. I didn't think he did. I thought the Reds had really good at-bats against them. That's a pretty gritty offense, and that happens. I really don't think there was let up. He still struck out 9. 4 of the 5 runs were earned. Yeah, so not for him. That's as bad as he'll be, but I still think that he was commanding the strike zone, and I do give credit to the Reds. I thought they had really good at-bats, but, boy, you look at the night. Trevor Story had a great month of June. He had 286. I was down on him. But he is defensively. Here's the thing with him. Watch him play defense. Those plays weren't made a few years ago with Kiki Hernandez at short. We take for granted he makes every single play. He's a good one. 12th home run. Wilyer Breu, who we'll get to, had a career night. But you had multi-hit games from Roman Anthony, who's starting to get more hits. Carlos Narvaez, Abreu, Story, and Marcelo Meyer in his return. And the entire lineup had a hit. Good to see Jordan Hicks in his Red Sox debut. He went a scoreless eighth when the game was 9-5, and Alcala and Weissert also pitched as well. So the Red Sox now, I know I'm living in the 16-game bubble before the All-Star break. They're 2-2 in this 16-game stretch, where 13 are at home before the break, which I will repeat myself. I know it's annoying. This will tell us a lot about where they are at the break. Right now, they're 3 out of a wild card, but they're a half game behind the Angels. Then it's Seattle who holds that last. So you want to pass teams. And guys, gals, there's only 6 teams in the American League over 500. So as much as we live in this region, wherever you're watching and you're a fan of the Red Sox, we're hard on our club. There's some teams not very good in the American League, and Kansas City continues to be a disappointment. They are 7 games under 500. And how about Baltimore? Baltimore's played better, but they're still 10 under. Texas is under. Cleveland's under. So as bad as you're playing at times, you still have a shot at this. That's the crazy thing. But again, you don't back your way in. It's about winning, and it's about winning series, and they have a chance to do that tonight, which would be great if you could win this series tonight. And then they have, they play Wednesday. They're off Thursday. They play at 11 a.m. On Friday against the Nationals. And that it's obviously because there's fireworks in D.C., but that's pretty crazy. This is why we love the game. Every time I go to broadcast the game, I don't know what can happen. And I like that. Obviously, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, we don't know what can happen, but something, an anomaly. Wilyer Abreu, by the way, hit a grand slam. He hit the top of that fence in the 420 in the bullpen meet. And he hit a conventional home run. He's the 6th player to do this in a game. It hasn't happened since Roger Maris, August 3rd, 1958. Jim Tabor, this is crazy. Jim Tabor did it on July 4th, 1939. Everett Scott did it July 4th, 1923. Charlie Gehringer did it August 4th. The days are all right around each other. In 1930, and Jocko Fields, remember him? June 5th, 1890. I don't know how they could find that. 6 players ever in Breu, and Jim Rice said it on the post game. He's going to start to learn how to hit the ball the other way. His 2nd full year. Has he been better this year? Yeah. Has he been up and down? Of course. Still young player. 16 homers. He had 5 RBIs last night. And, he's already improved from last year. Hasn't he? Last year, Wilyer played 132 games, hit 15 home runs. He's got 16 in 74 games. And he's on pace for about, 25, 26 homers and close to 90 RBIs and playing Gold Glove right field. I'd take that. That's the thing with the guys like Abreu and Rafaela, is that they bring the other parts of their game. But what a night for Wilyer. The Wilyer party was happening at Fenway Park. All right. There are a lot of outlets that are saying that the top 2 trade candidates, number 1 is Alex Bregman. And could the Red Sox probably get a lot for him? I think so. Detroit wants him. Detroit's really good. If they added Alex Bregman, would that change their odds of winning a World Series? Yes. Am I the Red Sox? Do I do it? No. I extend him now. You need a guy. You brought him in to be the guy. Do you see him on his iPad with the young players? He's like another hitting coach. I don't want to lose Alex Bregman. You got to have a cornerstone player, and I think you need 2. The Batman Robin, the Ortiz Manny. I don't think Devers and Bregman really worked because it's 2 of the same. I don't think Devers liked having Bregman, coming in to take your position. That's awkward. But you need to have a guy, and I say no to this. Now, is there a scenario where you trade him and then sign him back? I don't think so, because he has the option. But no, I say no to this. The top 2 candidates, according to outlets, are Bregman and Duran. What are your thoughts? Would you trade Bregman? I would not. I would trade Duran. I would trade Chapman as well, because I still think you can still win. Maybe Hicks closes, maybe Weishart, maybe Whitlock. Doesn't look like Slayton will be back, and you can get a lot for that position. But I say absolutely no to Mr. Bregman. All right, let's get to your comments. They have been terrific. We will start with @NoName-NIDY. I subscribe to your channel because you have great insight, and I really appreciate that you don't use velo when you talk about pitcher's velocity. I know. It's annoying. I don't know why people say that. I don't know. I've been a broadcaster for 29 years. It's a scout thing too. His velo is down. I say velocity. Thank you, NoName-NIDY. @Albert Gray 7390. Not the password when I talked about trading him. Sox need to hold on to the young right-handed power hitter. They have plenty of lefties. This kid's going to be a good one. Let's go Red Sox. I agree with you. I love him. It's emotional. I get emotionally attached to some of the players in Worcester. I would not want him traded. I'm just saying that if you're to get a big league pitcher, he's going to have to be a guy in a deal. I don't know how you make a deal without him. And I agree with you. I think he's going to be a star. I love the password. @Sean Rabun, RABUN 5474. Is it really bad of an idea to go out and pick up Trevor Bauer and offer him league minimum to pitch? What do we have to lose? I'd love to see Bauer get another shot, and he can't do any worse than the pitching rotation we have. He deserves a chance. Yeah, I'm going to say no on this, Sean, because I don't even know how good he is right now. He hasn't been pitching well, but all the stuff that comes with it, for every team to ignore it, they know that there's a lot more that could come from this. I know that he was able to win that lawsuit, but it's just not worth it. And I don't know how great of a guy he is in anyways. I mean, I know Francona couldn't stand him anymore, and a lot of his teammates couldn't. But no, I just don't think with the Red Sox, I don't think it's worth it. But your comments were great. Today's episode was great. So continue to subscribe. I mean, don't unsubscribe. Subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your girlfriend, your boyfriend. Subscribe. Share the channel. Like it. We want your comments every day. We're going to read them. We love you. Thank you, guys and gals, for watching another episode of Red Sox Now here on YouTube.